Yeah, welcome back, dude. We're back with a party. Striking, my boy, is out of frame. Can you not slouch, Striking? We're trying to make a comeback.
Sorry.
I mean, wait, sorry, just do that sound again. There he is. God, Striking, I mean, we're trying to make a good impression. We're trying to advertise this duck to people. How are we gonna get any sales, dude?
Dude, I don't know, man.
Sorry, this Geometry Dash music is the best way to come back after 8 months of hiatus. Oh, by the way, we are not actually advertising this duck. Please don't sue us. Oh, Striking, you have a phone call. I can hear your carnival music. Dude, this is already disaster. Okay, go ahead, Striking. Dude, this is a one-man show anyway. I mean, I've got my duck here. And you got me. I got my rock friend. By the way, this duck is not real. Please don't sue us. It's a very good duck. It is expensive. It is one of a kind. But you can't have it. It's all mine. Alright. Hello, everybody. I know it's been 8 months since the last episode. A lot of you have been really clingy. Like, oh, when's the next one coming back? I mean, okay. It's just been 8 months. It's just 2 more than 6 months, okay? You don't need to be so wanty and clingy. Hello, Striking. I'm just scolding our viewers for wanting us back after 8 months. I mean, like...
It's only 8 months, man.
Chill out a little bit. Anyway, it's been a long time according to you. So my name's Mrwoodensheep. Thank you for coming. Maybe you've forgotten. Striking, we got Striking here. I hope it was a good phone call, Striking.
Yeah, very important. I was like, no. And then I hang up.
Nice. And they're like, why exactly? And you were like, we're trying to sell a duck with flippers. I'll explain later. I'll you know. Alright, so I've still got this dude, this Geometry Dash music, it kicks ass. Oh, alright. So much to talk about. Again, 8 months. I have a giant, believe it or not, all these 8 months I actually have been making a list of all the stuff I want to talk about. I deleted a lot of it because it's like Fall Guys, who cares anymore, am I right?
Oh, 2019 called.
Yeah.
They want the future back.
Actually, I do kind of miss Fall Guys. It's been a while, and they think they've released like 2 or 3 seasons since we last played. But we're not talking about that today. I have an announcement to make. I actually just want to solidify something that I've been saying for a long time now already in a lot of Let's Plays. Striking, I have a superpower. Please go ahead and guess what it is.
When you remember something, it suddenly becomes popular again.
Striking, we were meant to play a game. Like, you're meant to try guess. Like, I know I said that in Discord the other day. Can we try that again?
Okay.
Alright, go ahead. What superpower do I have, Striking?
You can grow green tomatoes.
No, actually, Striking. It's the superpower of... Basically, yeah, a series is long untouched, long dead. This happened with Beyond Good and Evil 2. Like, me and Simi started our Let's Play of Beyond Good and Evil 1, and then I think during the Let's Play, they were like, hey, we're back, we're developing the second game. And dude, my dreams have finally come true. We got Kingdom Hearts on PC. Oh, dude, I was 1 week before, or maybe even the same week, I don't remember. I was like, scouring the internet, like, I need info. Why isn't Square Enix putting Kingdom Hearts on PC? It doesn't make any sense. Like, we've got Final Fantasy, we've got Disney games. Why isn't Kingdom Hearts on PC? Well, my prayers have been answered. 1 week later, Square Enix, Kingdom Hearts 3 plus Remind and all the other games remastered on PC.
Jesus, that's going to be a lot to play.
Yeah, and they're all coming at like full price as well, by the way.
Oh no.
But I mean, my dreams were kind of crushed when I found out there was an Epic exclusive, and I was like, please, why of all the fucking games in the world? I mean, look, at least it's on PC, but I really dislike Epic. I mean, the client does suck. I don't know if you've had much experience with this, Striking. It really is a pain to use.
It's not great.
But you know what? At least we got it. But it does suck. But we got it. But honestly, I'm so happy. Like, I mean, so many exclusives now we're getting on PC. We got the Yakuza entire collection. They all came now to Steam. We've got Crash. Yeah, we've got Crash Bandicoot 4 on Battle.net now. It's coming. Although they skipped Team Racing. I don't know. Are you much of a fan of Crash Bandicoot?
I have never played a single one of them.
Really? Oh,
it's like one of the only series I've never played.
They're so good, man. dude.
Yeah, I heard it's like about the bandicoot that jumps and sometimes he crashes when you
Yeah.
make his input.
Yeah. But if you play him really well, he's actually flawless Bandicoot. He doesn't crash at all. He's just walking Bandicoot, actually.
Why does that sound like a Dark Souls boss?
Walking Bandicoot.
Flawless bandicoot.
Flawless Bandicoot. Yeah, you're right. The word flawless. But yeah, we've got. I mean, we're getting so much stuff. I mean, and people are always like, it's never gonna happen. By the way, we got Alex. I was right about my prediction on that. I said Half-Life's coming in VR. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. We got Crash Bandicoot. We got Metal Gear. We got Yakuza. We got Shenmue. We got. What else, dude? I mean, there's so much. I just want Sly Cooper and Ratchet and Clank next. And that's it. I don't know if you've played those. Are those other one of a kind?
Cooper, Ratchet and Clank I played a bit actually, but Sly Cooper I did not, I believe.
Okay.
But
so
yeah, those are great series.
Yeah, I mean that's the stuff I grew up on, like this cartoony. I love that stuff, man.
Good. We need more Spyro.
Yeah, we got Spyro.
No, but we need more.
Yeah, we do need more. Yeah. I haven't revisited them since I was a kid. I have it on Steam, the Reignited trilogy. I'm really curious to try that. Is there anything that you're looking for that you really want? Oh, by the way, Ninja Gaiden also is coming to Steam.
Thank God. I remember loving Ninja Gaiden Black on Xbox.
Yeah,
So
I never
fucking
tried
hard.
those. I never tried those. I'm really excited. I played the second one a little bit at my friend's house. But I mean, I was a little boy, so I sucked. Now I'm a pro gamer, dude. Come on, I mean, you know what you're watching. But yeah, is there anything else that you are really looking forward to that you really hope they remaster at some point?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, Kingdom Hearts was one of the big things that I'm happy for because, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 just great games. Kingdom Hearts 1 especially as a child.
Dude, Kingdom Hearts is the series like I just think about it and I cry. Like I don't know, there's nothing else in the world that makes me do that. I actually teared up a little bit when I saw that it was coming to PC, which might sound incredibly stupid and pathetic, but it's just so meaningful to me. You have no idea. Like that series was like a pinnacle game that I kind of anchored around during like really difficult times, and it was, I don't know, the way I discovered it was really meaningful, and it's just it's so cheesy, and I love it. Like I love that series. It's so
it just
good.
knows what it is.
And I've waited. How many years has it been? I've waited like 12 years to play the third one. I still haven't played it because it was a PS4 exclusive. I've waited 12 years, man. I want to play this shit already. I know you said you didn't like it that much, right? When you played on PS4.
The third one, sadly.
Yeah.
No. Just
that's unfortunate.
I mean, got a bit too much like a amusement park instead of an actual action fighting game.
Yeah, you told me that. What's the general consensus? Do people like it overall, or do people mostly agree that it's not as good as the previous ones?
I guess we can take a look. Maybe there's like.
Right, I thought maybe you had heard.
I mean, I only know myself. I'm a bit small sample size, sadly.
And I don't know if you saw that PlayStation announced that they're bringing even more exclusives to Steam, or to PC at least. They said. Days Gone is that the name of that zombie game?
Oh, dude! Finally, I tried playing it on PS4, but I realized that I can't aim on PS4, so games that need shooting don't make fun.
Did you not know this was happening?
No, I'm quite happy to hear about that, man.
They announced Days Gone. That's the first one that they said they're going to be bringing next.
Dude, when I be playing that, they're going to be Days Gone.
Dude. Nice one, bro. But yeah, I want that Spider-Man game. That looks so awesome. God of War.
The Spider-Man one I really enjoyed, and of course God of War is going to be great. That's just a fact. And we need Persona 5 on Steam.
Yeah, we got Strikers. I'm sure Persona 5 will
come.
come. There's so much, man. Like, just PlayStation has some of the best exclusives, and now Xbox has given up, which is awesome. They're just bringing all their exclusives here. Yeah.
I mean, Horizon Zero Dawn also a great example of, well, not that recently, but I mean, kind of recently.
That was our last episode, by the way. That was our last podcast episode. 8 months ago.
Good times.
So basically, every time PlayStation brings an exclusive, we'll do another episode. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah. I mean, I think you just have to make more than they get more exclusive for us.
Yeah. I hope they do.
More episodes mean that they make release exclusives. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
oh,
it's
right.
not-
You're saying to do reverse. Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
That's really smart, dude.
Gotta use your power for good.
Oh yeah, we got Death Stranding as well in that way. I didn't talk about that on the podcast. I 100%ed the game. Dude,
Yeah.
that game is art. Like,
Mm.
I fell in love with that game. It's so original. Really unlike any other game I've played.
In the best way, I would say.
Say again.
It's Kojima unleashed in the best way.
Kojima Unleashed. Yeah. I don't know. It's so cool the way they do everything.
Mm. I think it was a pretty big success as well, which is nice because
Yeah.
there needs to be more reward for making interesting games like that.
Well, one thing that I really liked, I don't, we haven't spoken about this, right? I don't think so on the
Probably not.
podcast. Let me just set up some footage to watch. There you go. One thing that I thought was so cool about Death Stranding is, I mean, it's so cliche to say it, but it really conveys what the message is trying to say in gameplay. So what I mean by that is like, you know how, I mean, for those that don't know, and Striking, how far did you get to it? I won't talk about spoilers or anything, don't worry.
Oof. I mean, I guess I got out of the first area into the second one.
Okay, so you barely started, basically. Okay.
Struggle, man.
Well, regardless, the game is all about like connectivity and helping humankind. You know, you're just trying to go across the country and connect everyone. And
Gotta make America great again.
Yeah, make
in
America
the
great.
actual nice way.
Yeah, exactly. In the way after an apocalypse, you know, we're just trying to survive. But yeah, the fact that you can actually help other players by building structures, I spent so much time doing that, like building zip lines and I don't know what, like roads and everything. I loved that stuff. And I just and the fact that like it told you, oh, you know, you help this person out. Like there were many times where I went out of my way just a little bit just to put like a ladder down somewhere, just like, you know what, this climb sucked for me. I'm just gonna try and make someone's life a little bit easier because someone has done it to me and I know I've been like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God this person. Yeah, and I just love that. Like the game did such a cool job at making you actually want to do the goal that the character is trying to do in the game. But yeah, it's such an original idea. And like, sure, it's boring to maybe many people. It's like, oh, you know, you just walk around, whatever. And yeah, it is very repetitive, but in the best way possible, I think. Like, it's such a calm game. And I love the atmosphere when like just music kicks in and you're like walking down this valley.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it, man. I really loved it. Now I do love the world, but maybe the story was a little bit too bonkers sometimes, even for me. No, I mean,
What? I mean, I don't even know what you're talking about with Kojima. He's
actually,
known for his very calm stories.
it's not that the story was bonkers, but just some characters in writing was a bit weird. But maybe that's just my opinion. I don't know.
I'm just saying, Metal Gear Solid 2 had literally like a vampire, a
Yeah.
ninja cyborg. What else did we have?
Oh, they had the
Very bunch of
Patriots.
stuff. Yeah,
It was
a rogue AI. I mean, all things got together.
Yep.
And that was only the second one in the series.
Yeah, dude, I love his games though. Like, it's such a brilliant mind.
Yeah.
It's so creative.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you want to say something?
I was just saying, it's a shame. I believe wasn't he also supposed to work on PT, or was that someone else that was supposed to work on that?
Yeah, it was him and Guillermo del Toro, and it got cancelled. And Norman Reedus as well. The main actor or whatever of Death Stranding. And then they were like, oh, it got cancelled. Let's all work on this thing instead, which is kind of cool that they did that.
But I would have loved that.
I
I think was also the guy that does the spinning horror, like the spiral horror, Joji or something.
Spiral horror.
Like this hole was made for me.
Oh, I think that's in the works now. I'm not sure if it's official or not, but someone expressed that they wanted to make a game with that person. What's their full name?
I'm looking for it right now. Sorry.
Let's see. Is it the same? Yeah. Junji.
Yeah, Junji, that's it. Not Joji, Junji. That's it. Yeah.
Pretty creepy stuff. It's such a cool style. Here, there you go. Like, oh man, I really like it. I mean, a game in this style would be so interesting. with this theme.
Yeah,
That'd
he
be
knows
very
how to just make the impossible into normal situations, and I feel like that just shows great horror.
Yeah. It gives me a little bit of Evil Within vibes. Evil
Oh
Within
yeah,
2 specifically.
yeah, they had some stuff like that in as well. I feel.
Just kind of like, how does this thing exist exactly?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's exciting. Man, I gotta play Silent Hill one day. I know I'm gonna love them. Actually, since we're on the horror topic, I mean, obviously, super excited for Resident Evil Village. Did you see? Oh, I've got to find the name of this game. There's a game that's coming out that's very much like the old Resident Evils.
Medium.
No, I haven't seen much of that. People are really excited about it though.
So do you remember what the name of that
I'm
game
gonna
was?
find it now. I'm checking my emails. They sent me like, they were like, hey, check this game out. Have you seen Medium or played it? I'm kind of curious to hear more about it actually.
I watched a bit of it, but it seems like it's has a very interesting premise, being like that you're basically in two places at once with your spirit body and your normal body.
So is it throughout the entire game you have like a split screen?
No, you can at points when you need to can change between like go in separate. Keep
Okay.
your normal body standing. For instance, when there's a staircase destroyed, it mightn't be destroyed in the spirit world.
Right. Okay. I mean, many games have done that before.
Yeah, but the important thing is like that it's kind of like you're still separate from your body, which I guess makes it kind of so that like they constantly have a split screen while you're in the spirit world.
Mm-hmm.
And apart from that, I'm not sure. I heard there's like a lot of walking involved, which I mean makes sense, but not really much of the like dramatic horror elements. But maybe I'm wrong about
Most
that.
times. I mean, okay. I mean, sure. If you haven't played it or watched it, then we shouldn't really be talking about it that much.
Just
Here is the game I was talking about, though. You're slouching again, striking. There you go. I fixed you a bit. I was thinking of Tormented Souls. Have you seen
Ooh.
this?
Hey, hold on, let me take
Check
a look.
it
I
out.
don't think I have. That looks very interesting.
The music and the visuals. Oh, especially the music. It's so much like the old Resident Evil games. It made me so excited to try it.
Oh yeah, that looks great. And that should be fun, hopefully.
Oh, it looks so good. I love the music. They nailed the style. I'm a sucker for this stuff, and I only discovered it last year. I played the old Resident Evil games for the first time ever. I want more stuff like this, man. I'm a huge horror fan now.
Yeah, there are some great horror games.
Yeah, this looks really cool. What I did want to talk about though is probably the scariest game I've played in recent times.
Oh.
Knockout City.
Scarily addicting, maybe.
We played the beta a little bit. Dude, this game is so stylish. I'm so excited for it to come out. I mean, I knew that as soon as I told you about it, I was like, and we played it for a little bit, and I was like, okay, Striking is gonna be playing this all day, every day, and he's gonna master it. And I wasn't wrong.
I tried.
But yeah, it's a new game that's coming out. It's Extreme Dodgeball, basically. But it's a lot more interesting than that, though. You can spin the balls vertically, horizontally, to try and trick people. The other people can try catch, and then if they time a perfect catch, the ball will come at them like in a charged form, and they can throw it at you faster, so it's harder for you to react. The special ball types, you can do kind of like a little bit of jumping. You can glide around, and the best part is that you can grab your teammate if they roll up into ball form, and you throw them at your enemies, and it insta kills.
Yeah.
But you know they can
It's
counter that by catching your teammate and then using them against you. But yeah, the reason I call this a true horror game is just the character creation. Like I made something truly horrifying. I'm sure I'll release it one day in a video when I get a few more clips when the full game comes out. But I thought that was such a cool game, man. Like it was so satisfying the way it was done.
Yeah, it definitely has potential. And I'm happy to see that some of the big YouTubers I'm following are starting to look at it as well.
Oh, are they? That's good.
Yeah.
I am just afraid though that it'll go down the path of Bleeding Edge, where people will look at it and go like, Overwatch. I don't need another one, and then
I mean, I get it, but also that is a bit more different than.
sure, it's not it's just real people playing dodgeball, yeah. But just
Also,
I don't
one
know.
thing is the game will have crossplay.
Cool. Yeah.
Next,
So
on
is
the
Breathedge.
8th, at the start of April, there will be a beta where crossplay will be tested. So
Nice. That's cool. And it comes out in May, right?
exactly.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So tell me, my dude, what have you been playing recently that's kind of interesting? I know there's something that we've both played a little bit recently.
I mean, let's start with that and for now, good old Dead Space 3.
Oh, that one. Yeah, sure. I thought you were
I
talking
thought-
about another space. The tight space.
Oh, the tights.
I mean, we could talk about Dead Space if you want, but that's kind of
No,
old
no,
news.
That's the old news. Also, guys, play Dead Space 1 and 2.
Yeah,
Just,
I mean, me and Striking
yeah.
been playing through the third one because we never did before, and it kind of makes me just want to play the previous two.
Yeah.
It's okay, honestly.
Could be worse, but
It's like
not
Resident Evil
definitely.
6 to 4.
No, Resident Evil 5 to 4.
I think Resident Evil 5 is a lot better than Dead Space 3, though.
I know, but that Resident Evil 6 is a lot worse than Dead Space 3.
Yes, we can agree it's like an in-between. I think Resident Evil 5 is an awesome game.
Resident Evil
genuinely.
5.5. I mean,
Yeah.
it's an awesome game. It wasn't a great Resident Evil game, but it was a great co-op game.
It's like a Kingdom Hearts title. Resident Evil 5.5 Remix HD.
Exactly.
Over 368 days. Times 2. Have you seen through these naming conventions are out of control?
we have Birth by Sleep. We have fucking I don't know, Pythagoras formula.
Yeah, Sora and the Pythagoras. That sounds more like a Harry Potter title. Have you actually played all the spin-offs? Sorry to go back on Kingdom Hearts.
Oh no.
Oh, you
there's
didn't?
I played some of them. I played the card game.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I went through this experience because, yeah, I grew up with Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, and that's it. I didn't have a Game Boy DS. I mean, I did, but I didn't have these games. Like, they want you to play like, they put important story stuff on a fucking mobile game. Like, what are you doing, man? So you only played the card one. I think that was Chain of Memories.
The card game, I also Chain of. I think it was. But then also the one where you are like in a simulation where you like the Matrix.
Yeah, dude, that's still recoded. Yeah, like the first game comes out, and then they do Chain of Memories where it's like play the same first game but with cards instead. Then play Recoded where it's the same first game but slightly different. I think I actually skipped through that one in the end. Like I got halfway and I was like, this is really pointless. And then they do the one with Organization 13. I forgot what it's called. Is that the 356 over 2 days?
I think so. Yeah, I think.
And then that's also the same. You revisit the first game places but as a different character.
Where he plays Roxas.
Yeah,
right?
actually, the story of that one is really, really good. And I believe in this new remake, they just removed all the gameplay from that one, and it's just a movie now instead, which is fine by me because I remember really getting bored about that one. It was like mission based. Did you play Birth by Sleep?
I don't think I did. Nope. Like I said, those were the only ones I really played.
All right. Sorry, yeah, we went on a tangent. Sorry. I'm happy to finally be able to visit the series, okay, after 12 years or whatever it's been.
All right, let's get back to the tights.
Oh, yeah, you want to go tights. Yeah. Fights in tight spaces?
Yeah. Now that's a game.
Yeah, dude, that is actually a video game.
Yeah, and I heard there's someone that made a preview on it that you can watch in order to get a better impression of the game.
Really? Who?
I think it was Mr. Duck. Rotating Duck.
Mr.
Like
Flipping Dog. Oh, Mrwoodensheep you're thinking of.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah, I saw his video. He did a really good video of fights in tight spaces.
Yeah.
There
what
it is.
a lovely little game.
It's
a very simple concept, but very well executed, I have to say.
Yeah, please tell me more about it, Striking.
Oh, the concept is just you are a big agent guy, like 007. Except instead of license to kill, you have to license to punch someone very hard.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's all turn-based, and you basically have to use cards each turn, just like Slay the Spire and such. Except it is very much important how enemies are positioned and where you are positioned. Basically, the enemies, when you are in range, they will ready an attack. But if you get out of range and put someone else in range, then they don't have time to react and instead punch the ally and go like, "Oh, dude, I'm sorry."
That's the best. You're like, you idiot! You just punch your team, and many times it looks so dumb when they just like shoot each other after each other.
Yeah, the best part is when there are two melee fighters punching each other. First, the one guy is like, dude, and then the other one hits him back as well.
And the other guy's like, dude, you just hit me? I'm gonna hit you back. Have you played Into the Breach?
Into the Breach. I saw someone made a video about that, but
Mrwoodensheep, you mean?
yeah, but I haven't actually played that myself. That's one of the
Okay.
few games I haven't
I
played.
yeah.
Go for it.
I'm really enjoying fights in tight spaces, but no, yeah. Finish what you were saying about this game, or was that?
No, that was mostly it. Just very early access right now, but it seems very polished for what it is. It had a prologue. I would recommend to you guys to play that in order to get an understanding of how the game is.
Should I be playing the prologue as well? Like, is there new content that's not in the final game?
You mean in the in fight tight spaces prologue?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's just the first level with the bikers.
Okay, so it's a demo. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's a really cool game. But Into the Breach, I think, is this but better. I mean, that game is so underrated. I don't know. It's by the devs who made FTL. And it's this concept but perfected.
It looks like Advanced Warfare.
Yeah, it is like the Advanced Warfare series. It's again all. I think I talked about this on the podcast maybe, but it's again all about perfect positioning. Everything is telegraphed. You know exactly the turn order. It's just like fights in tight spaces, but without the cards. And
but there you go, and I think that's probably the biggest selling point for some people.
Yeah.
Card games are very eager, very much on the rise ever since latest play, I would say.
Yeah, they are.
But yeah, it's still also a good game. I can recommend it to people, even though I have not played it myself. It looks nice, and I saw someone like this that make
Wait,
a
which
really
game are you
on it.
recommending now?
Into the Breach.
Yeah, you're recommending it. Yeah, you go ahead and recommend it. Striking.
Yeah,
I haven't played
I mean,
but go ahead.
This is Striking telling you that this is potentially a good game.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Right, one more roguelike coming up, which I find very interesting, which I also talked maybe to you about, is Loop Hero.
Loop Hero. It sounds familiar.
It's basically an auto like an auto player. Like your guy walks around in a constant loop, and every time you kill enemies, you can get items and cards that you place around the environment.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
your goal is to get strong enough to kill the boss after enough loops. It has a very interesting, very nihilistic story, basically with the world ending and memories getting lost, and has some very nice art that reminds me a lot of very old school fantasy games.
I do like the art. Yeah, it's super detailed.
Yeah, it's like the very pixelated, detailed. It's a great combination.
I'm struggling to understand what's going on though with the map.
Well, the idea is basically your guy walks in the circle, works constantly in the circle.
Oh, you don't walk around with them.
No, he walks automatically. When the fight happens, he fights automatically, but you equip stuff on him, and you also place cards that you get from fights. For instance, as you see in the video, sometimes cards fly on the screen. They get in your hand, and then you can play them. They can have combination effects, and
so
for instance, and just saying, like, for instance, there are cards that spawn enemies, which you would think is a bad thing, but you need better enemies in order to get better loot, in order to win later on, against when enemies get stronger. And other than that, there are some combinations, like if you place 10 rocks next to each other, they become a giant mountain that spawns a harpy and raises your max HP by a lot.
So it's an auto game, kind of, that you interfere with sometimes.
Exactly.
Okay. It's kind of interesting.
It's a very interesting concept, and it looks very well polished.
Sounds a bit like Sword and Sorcery. Have you played that?
Yes, that's you mean the.
No.
I mean, yeah, but that's
the wrong game. Swords and Souls.
Yeah, Sword and Souls. You mean the one where you like improve your character by clicking a bunch? Yeah, that's in a way kind of, but also not really.
I'm talking about the fighting part only, specifically. It's an
but even like in Sword and Souls, you use like buttons in order to like block, dodge, and use abilities. You don't do that there really.
Okay.
The fighting is completely automated. Maybe that is different in the game later on with some abilities or something you get, but mostly the fighting is something that is out of your control. But the preparation for the fight is the things you can control.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, thanks for putting that on my radar. I'll check it out.
I told you before, but
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm thanking you on on stream so nobody ever says, "Oh, Mrwoodensheep is so ungrateful to striking." Okay.
I see. Trying to hide
Something
the face.
I wanted to talk about when it came out, and I mean it's still kind of relevant. Bullets per minute.
Ah, yeah.
Dude, that's a good game, and it just got a huge update where they added a new character. I still haven't tried it actually since.
But Sheep, what is bullets per minute?
Well, striking, my beautiful assistant, I'm glad you asked. Bullets per minute. You can tell from the title BPM. It's like a little play on music. That's because it's a rhythm first-person shooter. As you can see from this footage, courtesy of Mrwoodensheep's YouTube channel. Wow, what a nice guy. Let me look at. Like, I am talking here, so it's kind of pointless. So it's a first-person shooter. Imagine Doom, but you've constantly got a ticker in the center of your screen. What's the word I'm looking for, man? Metronome. Thank you, Striking. You are such a good assistant, dude.
Yes.
If every single one of your actions other than moving needs to be timed to an offbeat or a beat, including shooting, reloading, dodging, jumping, whatever. And different guns come with different. To me, one of the most clever mechanics that they came up with was the fact that reload isn't just click R, reload. Every gun needs multiple steps to be reloaded, so it really keeps you in the rhythm. For example, the basic pistol is a you need to do like 2, either on the beat, off beat, whatever. You can take your time, like you can click, boom, and then like do it like 2 seconds later if you want on the next beat, doesn't matter, as long as it's in rhythm. Whereas like the rocket launcher would be like boom, you know, and but like all of this stuff comes into play so well with the songs, and every gun has its own like unique sound when you're reloading, that it kind of becomes ingrained as part of the soundtrack. But they're so cool, like when you start getting cooler weapons, and to me actually by far the best part is the reloading. It adds so much to the game.
Satisfying.
Yeah,
They're like later. I think one of the best weapons, for example, I found was like an old one-shot repeater rifle. You have to repeat after every shot, and then you still get that satisfying clink when you reload.
Yeah. It's just such a fun game, and it is a roguelike, I should say. So there's a little bit of permanent progression. So the further you get, you'll unlock new characters, new weapons to find in the store or whatever. But other than that, within the run, it's gonna be all randomized. Although per chapter, you know, enemy types are determined. But yeah, it's so fun. I don't know, it's really cool. I think to a lot of people the biggest complaint was the visual style. I actually think it's quite unique and interesting, but I can understand that the colors and like over exposed lights can kind of be a little bit like distracting to some people, but I think it's cool.
I think the important thing to remember is that it's mostly made using actual assets, not self-made stuff, but assets from the Epic, not Epic, what do you call it, the store for the engine. I don't
Unity?
remember what
There you go.
Yeah, Unity.
It's Game doesn't store, right?
Yeah, there's also some other assets, like one of the bosses, I think, from a scrap game. And they use the filter, I think, to kind of hide the fact that all of them are
I wasn't
assets.
sure. Yeah, the main characters that you play as, like the angels or whatever, do seem kind of like basic Unity people. So, okay, so it's not like original art models or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe there's some of it original, but I think it's mostly just well put together and then put into an interesting concept.
Possibly, yeah. I think it's only 2 people that made the game. It's a smaller team, regardless. Anyway, who cares? It's a lot of fun. I think it's a really cool game. Something that's so interesting though, with like, there's a trend that's that has been observed in life in general, especially with the creative industry. Whenever a unique idea comes around, there's always like 2 or 3 at the same time. And I remember reading about this. I think it was this was when I first read about this observation. It was in regards to Bugs Life versus Ants. Like, it was like, what are the chances that 2 movies came out at the same time about ants, you know? And it's like, oh, someone ripped off someone else. But it's just, they were in development secretly for a long time. So it just, I don't know. There's something about the way everything works that just people kind of come up with the same ideas at the same time. Maybe there's whispers within the industry and people pass on secrets. I don't know. But either way, I thought it's kind of funny because as soon as BPM was announced, or like around that time, 2 other first-person rhythm shooters were also announced. And it's like, what are the chances? We've never had this before. I only wrote down the name of one other one, Metal Hellsinger.
Yeah.
You've seen this?
Yeah, a bit of it. Some gameplay. It seems very much more, as the name would suggest, like heavy metal focused. This
was a long time ago now. Yeah, I remember the art style is way cooler. Let's see here. Okay, this might be copyright music, so I shouldn't. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really curious. I mean, it's not out yet. Oh, actually, or is it? Is it just PlayStation exclusive? It can't be.
Hope not.
I'll take a look in a second. It looks a lot more like Doom. I mean, I think like enemies even get vulnerable and you go execute them for the point, like the modern Doom. Yeah, it's got that. It seems interesting. I don't know. I mean, I just need to try it and see, I guess, how satisfying everything is. I do really like the art style though. But I just find it so funny that, I mean, what are the chances that these come out at the same, or are announced at the same time?
The time was ripe, I suppose.
Yeah. Let me see. Metal
The game
Hellsinger.
is on Steam, by the way.
Yeah, it is. It's not out yet. Yeah, okay. There it is. I'm trying to see if I can find the third one. Let me just search first person shooter rhythm. We're gonna find, yeah, these ones are the higher profile ones. There was a third one as well. It's fine. Whatever.
Well, I don't know about first person shooters, but I do know one rhythm game that I've been enjoying a
one,
lot.
Striking.
And that would be, which at the moment is extremely popular, Friday Night Funkin'. A completely free, what do you call that? Like, just rhythm game? Basically, where you match the symbols, like the arrow keys.
Yeah, Friday Night Funkin'. Yeah.
It's made by guys from Newgrounds, which, I mean, I'm hoping most of you guys have heard of Newgrounds. It wasn't as much my childhood, but I still remember, see some of the characters and the art style very much reminds me of that.
Yeah,
it's a different era.
It's really popular, it seems. I see so many giant YouTubers playing it now.
Yeah,
I'm kind of afraid of showcasing their videos, so I won't. Just Friday Night Funkin', dude.
You can. Like,
I mean, I can show a few seconds, dude.
I mean, you don't even have, like, you can just find any video that doesn't have any face in the side, and it's okay.
Yeah,
because,
exactly.
Like, the game is completely free. That's also important, but guys, you should play it because it doesn't cost anything, has amazing music and amazing visuals. What more do you need?
So it comes with its own songs. It's not one of those where you input stuff, yeah.
No. They're all completely made for the game.
Yeah, I mean, to be completely honest, I don't see why it would stand out over any other. I mean, unless just the music is good, you know.
Well, music is good, and then also it's just very much a love letter to Newgrounds, which gives gave them a big rise in that community.
Yeah.
And also, I would say that it just came out at the right time because I guess another rhythm game was needed. And it's a free thing. It's extremely easily moddable. There's some amazing mods for that out there.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just a good game.
I'm always happy with new rhythm games. I think that's awesome. Good. Thank you, Striking.
Yeah.
Speaking of music things, dude, our segues are on point, dude. Speaking of music things.
Segues.
Speaking of segues, this video is sponsored by Segway Master 540. I don't know. Do you know any brands?
No, but why did you make it sound like that's an Xbox Live user?
I'd love to. Yeah, I want to add Segway 500 Master. Okay, let me see here. Okay. Here, I have a little note on my note, like a little side note on the side note. We just to further reiterate that I do have a superpower. Striking. What were we talking about last week? Huh? Tell me, Striking.
We were probably talking about the social climate of Vietnam.
Yes, but the one that came right after, like literally right after that conversation, we spoke about something else.
Man, I'm sorry. I was too depressed after that first part to pay attention to the second one.
We were talking about, because we played Knockout City, and we were like, hey, this gives me the vibes of Jet Set Radio, dude.
Ah, yeah.
And then you know what they announce next week after Jet Set Radio? Not Jet Set Radio. Don't get too excited. But they announced a game that's just like it, Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. I don't know if you've heard of this, but it reeks of Jet Set Radio, and it looks awesome. I mean, it's the exact same art style, the same kind of music, everything. It looks just like a spiritual successor. I don't know if it's some of the same people that worked on it, but I believe you've shown interest, or like you said, you were a fan of the original series.
Dude, it's made by Team Reptile, the guys that make Lethal League.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, I mean, it looks awesome. I mean, it's even got the spraying mechanic. I know that that's in the original games. I never played Jet Set. I want to though, but yeah.
Oh, dude.
There you go.
Dude, it even has music from Hideki Inagunama, the guy that made all the cool music for Jet Set Radio. Fun fact, by the way, he also gave a shout out to the devs of Friday Night Funkin', so you know.
Oh, there you go. So, guys, if you have any requests, if there's any game series that hasn't been touched in a long time, try to get it into my psyche without me noticing. Like, we can't force this. Like, with great power comes great responsibility. I don't want to think of something like, you know, like a really shitty series, like,
Time to insult some fans.
I was trying to think of a game that's unanimously bad. I don't know. Titanic video game. Does that even exist? Probably. Oh, okay, now I actually kind of need to see it. Titanic video game. Dude, please tell me there's a Titanic video game.
I mean, there is obviously one. It's probably like a brawler. I remember there is a brawler. There's a 2D brawler in Titanic.
No, really?
Yeah.
Titanic.
Very old game. Fighting.
Brawler. Fighting game. I can't find it.
It's a very old one. I think it was just a reskin of another one.
TKO Titanic Kung Fu Bot. This might be it. Oh, maybe this is a game I should let's play. Alright, anyway. Yeah. So, whatever we just spoke about, I'm happy about that. Yeah, Cyberpunk, that's it. Yeah. Speaking of Cyberpunk,
there it is.
I've also been playing Cyberpunk, dude. We haven't spoken about that since dude. How you didn't get far, did you?
No, not as much.
Did you stop enjoying it, or you were just like, I'm just gonna watch someone play it instead, or what happened?
I didn't really click to me with me. I guess it just felt. I mean, I understand he enjoyed it a lot, but to me,
I love it. Yeah.
Like it felt like a shell of what it could have been.
I can. What were you looking for exactly then? Like, what was missing?
It was not as immersive as I wanted to be. It felt like the city was not there in the background, not really. Well, it was like it had amazing art and such, but for instance, you can't buy food, you can't eat food, you can't even buy a drink in that shop where every cool guy gets a drink. You can buy it, but you can't drink it there.
Yeah, you can. You open your backpack and drink it.
You know that's not that way.
Right, so you mean you want like a little animation?
Yeah. Like,
I mean, that does exist in the game, but in set moments where you're like talking to a character.
Only in set moments, yeah. And like, you can't just go to like food store and eat something there, something like that. It just feels...
I mean, you can, but I get it's more gamey, the way it's done.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
You wanted more of like a simulation kind of.
Yeah, I want a bit more I wanted to get really immersed in the world. And like, for instance, also those brain dances I thought maybe you could have some like not story related brain dances and such, but no.
Yeah, that I also expected that to be a thing that you could do sometimes, but it only happens like once or twice in the whole game. Two, 3 times maybe. I mean, but what you're looking for with the animations of like sitting down and drinking stuff, I can't think of any games that do that. Like it's.
I mean, GTA and such also kind of do it. At least that they have animations for it.
You're right. GTA, you go grab a burger and the character will eat it while you run around and punch people. Yeah.
The only difference is that it's not in first person.
Yeah, and even now GTA 5 is easily first personable. I get that. Yeah, but I actually think the world is really realized. Like, people have unique dialogue for where they are, and it's all interesting. Like, if you stop and listen to just a couple talking, you'll hear some unique dialogue that you won't hear from another person somewhere else. And aesthetically, it looks beautiful.
Oh yeah, like the flair of the city is definitely there. By the way, just before I forget it, I found a picture of the Titanic game. It's called Titanic with an E.
Titanic with an E.
Yeah, it is a fighting game.
Oh,
you
there
play
it
as
is.
good old Jack and just punch apparently cook.
Titanic, nice. Here, let me see if I can get that up. Yeah, I mean that's fine. I think I feel like the game is like people are a bit hard on the game. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna excuse their PlayStation, like their console release is unforgivable.
Yeah.
It's really really terrible. But on PC it runs fine.
I mean, kind of. You know, okay. One also thing that I felt like is that
It's Titanic. Sorry, just I love that Jack has a health bar. Like, who thought of this? Let's make this a video game.
It's very important, man. Don't you know about that? Jack was actually Kung Fu master.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we'll find out in this game. Sorry, yeah, go on about thingy.
Yeah, I was just thinking about with Cyberpunk. One thing is like I remember the one promotional mission that was like where you save the girl and then the ambulance comes in.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was one of that it kind of painted a wrong picture because I think that's the only time that, for instance, like Jackie does charges through a wall and knocks the guy in the ground, animate stuff like that never happens afterwards.
You mean like scripted moments?
Yeah, like scripted moments, but it feels like the characters are doing things. That was like exactly the issue was it was a scripted moment that happened once and then wasn't really any ever done again.
Yeah, because you're kind of lone wolf.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Even
the rest
then,
of
it doesn't really like. What I'm trying to say is that it gave the feeling of like the characters interacting deeper with the world in the trailer than they actually did, because it was like a one-time thing where you go to the site and then a scripted event happens where Jackie runs through the wall and knocks the guy out.
I understand. Like if you're saying lack of interaction with the world itself, actually I think the game does that better than many other games. Interestingly, like I really like that when you talk with NPCs, it's not just you stand and talk to them, you know, Bethesda style. Like it's always a natural setting. You sit down, they're smoking like on a rail. Sometimes they're near you. Sometimes they're lying down, whatever. Like, you know, like the interactions with people, I think are really well done. And I think it has some of the best romance in a game. Like
I would definitely say that it has some very nice option that agree art as well, and that just does it well. It's just that I feel like it always pulls me once those cutscene moments end. It pulls me out of things. For instance, the cops spawning right behind you, cars randomly crashing around, NPCs.
The glitches, yeah. It is definitely one of the glitchiest games I've ever played. None of them being game breaking, for me personally, except one, which was horrible. I won't go into details, but it did completely destroy a really cool moment in the game.
Nice.
Like again, I'm not gonna go into details. Don't worry. But like I shot a drone, and then it just stayed in my vicinity, exploding throughout the entire cutscene. Like the entire 5-minute, 10-minute cutscene that was really interesting. There was just a constant like, and it was like with the sound, I couldn't hear what was being said. There was like visual explosion everywhere. I was like, oh my fucking god. It was so bad. Maybe like further down the line when more people have played it, I'll describe the scene perfectly, but yeah. But other than that, it's just been kind of like slightly silly things, and I just reload my game and I'm fine.
Yeah. Fun fact actually to that, I had one issue which was really annoying in the not cutscene related, but there was like a conversation with Johnny. Yeah. Where, like there's suddenly like one of the subtitles popped up on screen telling me that Johnny's talking to me about that, even though he's not talking.
Oh yeah, I've had that a few times.
Stayed there. It just stays there. It stayed there for the entirety of like good old 3 hours of playtime until I read that you had to go to a specific point in the city in order to trigger the event that's supposed to end the dialogue.
Yeah. No, there's a few dumb glitches. Like I've gone an entire like 4 hour session with just like one like kilometers away person that I never even went to. They just had like a small subtitle above them, which was like ellipsis ? And I get that one a lot specifically. Like, what did I do to confuse that person? And they're still so confused that I need to know about it. Like you just see a distant question mark. Like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, this is all sorts of dumb glitches. Yeah, but I do really enjoy it overall.
Oh, that's good.
Something else I've been enjoying a lot, and something I definitely can't show gameplay of is HuniePop 2. HuniePop 2, believe it or not, is a game I play for the gameplay. Okay, before you scold me, Striking, because I know you were just about to. And also, I didn't get the game. Simi did, so it's on her. Okay, she wanted
Yeah.
to. She wanted to play it. Okay, I'm just playing it because it's like I want to see. I just want to.
You got the cards, right?
I just want. I want to play. Get Steam cards. It doesn't have Steam cards, but just in case it did, I played it for
Yeah.
8 hours. Okay.
And yeah, I get that. I remember some other games that you played it for Steam cards, definitely only.
Yeah. So HuniePop 2 is Bejeweled like but not quite game about matching little
Bejeweled, but
symbols.
fucking.
Yeah, exactly. You get to fuck the gems at the end. Okay, that's it. No, but actually, it's like truth be told, I did really enjoy the first one, and this second one just continues the trend of being really well written. It's really funny, genuinely. All the characters you talk to are, although they're stereotypes, they actually are also written in a very real way. Like when you get to know them, they have a bit more depth. Some of them, in ways. But it's honestly just such a fun game to kind of get the overall progression of, like, you give all these girls different gifts that are unique to them, and like you get a bit of dialogue, you learn more about them, and the gameplay is just fun. Like the way everything is integrated into the matching stuff. It's actually a really, really fun game. And honestly, the pictures in this one aren't even that hot. So like I kind of, it's even, yeah, it's even more, my playthrough is even more gameplay centric because it doesn't actually do much for me. So that's all I want to say. And anyway, Striking, I mean, Simi got it, and I just launched it for Steam cards in case it had Steam cards. Okay, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I get it. It's just sometimes you guys gotta get Steam cards and talk to people that talk about wanting to die or something like that, or whoever you fancy.
I don't know what you just said, and HuniePop does. I mean, that's not me when I play HuniePop.
It's a different one.
That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just talking about a little bit of wallpaper work I had done. Striking, it's okay.
Nice.
I mean, you're not, if you're not on webcam, you miss out, and the people viewing get to see all the secrets that go on.
I'm watching and seeing a certain erection in the back, I guess. I mean, maybe it's just a gut punch or an ass punch. I don't know. Poor Donald doesn't know, but he's trying.
I'm so tempted to put the picture of you with a ketchup bottle.
I mean, it's very menacing.
I mean, I don't know. Can I put that?
Yeah, sure.
You don't mind? I'll put the one with me as well. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Can't go wrong with some good old ketchup bottles. Guys, if you want, you should always grab the unlimited editions. They're very important.
You have unlimited ketchup bottle?
Yeah, man. They're just that good.
Like infinite supply.
Right now I just said they have a maxi pack. But
so it maxes out at some point.
That's the one. I also, like I said, have the that's the old one I had was the unlimited edition with 1.5 kilogram worth of ketchup to punch someone with.
How much was it?
I don't know. I think it was like at least 1 cent.
Dude, less than 100 for infinite ketchup sounds like good value.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I mean, 1,320 milliliter ketchup. If you ever want to go, go X with the boys.
Yeah. So, since we're talking about so many old things, I wanted to mention that Oldschool Runescape is now on Steam.
Yeah.
Have you ever played RuneScape?
Oh no, not at all. I don't think my heart could handle the amount of grinding I would have to do.
Really? You don't like grinding for 100 hours to sell fish?
I'm very easy addicted to stuff like that. I'm the kind of guy that enjoyed fishing in World of Warcraft.
Oh, so you're afraid of RuneScape?
It scares me.
It's one of those games that I grew up with, but I barely remember. I played it once. I mean, dude, what a style! I love like PS1 graphics look. It's just, and it's kind of eerie. Like you can barely see past you. And from what I remember, you start off and you're like dead. And I don't know. It's just something creepy about it when you play as a kid, at least. I think it's the first MMO I played. Now it's fascinating. And I honestly am really tempted to play it. I only have I have, I think, two memories of that game. One of them being
Getting scammed, I hope.
one of them being it was my first time ever seeing like a live event for a game. Like it was Easter, I guess, because I was like walking and I saw a giant queue of people and I was like, what the hell is this? And they were like at a hole with like a bunny rabbit, I think. And I went down into the hole and I found eggs. I was like, whoa, this is so cool. And then my second memory is I remember like going out into a dangerous forest. And
the wild.
Yeah, that's where you can actually get killed by people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
PvP's enabled and they can steal your shit.
And I think a guy like escorted me. He was like, "Oh, let me help you." And I like click. He was like, "Explain to me, like, right click on me and click follow." And I followed him. He like escorted me through all these dangerous NPCs and stuff. And we got to the end. And I don't remember. He probably killed me because I think I remember losing like my diamond armor or like the blue. I don't remember what it was called. I think that's where I stopped playing. I'm not sure. That's kind of the last memory I have.
Nice.
I barely remember the game, but I'm really curious to try it. I don't know if it's still fun.
Mm-hmm.
I probably have better games to play, but I'm kind of fascinated and curious.
Isn't it
to try.
free then?
Yeah, it's free.
Yeah.
And
you know, since
go on.
No, you first.
I was about to say the best thing is they haven't deleted any accounts for inactivity.
Ooh,
so I'm kind of curious to log into my old one and see, unlike Club Penguin, which I spent real money on and they deleted my account. Disney.
Trying to keep you down.
They are, yeah. What were you trying to say?
I was just saying, since are you done with RuneScape or is there more you want to talk about?
No. Yeah, I was gonna dedicate the rest of the podcast to it, but fine, we can move on. We can move on.
I just found this very nice vehicle. I think you call it a Segway, because you mentioned PS1 graphics, and there's a certain survival game on Steam right now that is very popular with PS1 graphic, which is Valheim.
Wait, how was the Segway? Oh, you were saying this is a Segway. I thought you were gonna tell me about a Segway game, like Segway Simulator or something. Yeah, Valheim. No. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, if you look at the graphics, they're very has a RuneScape. It's got the PS1 style, and it is very popular at the moment. Has some very interesting building styles and a nice progression system, which is basically every time you kill a boss, you get materials to get to the next tier. Like for instance, the first one gives you the materials you need to build a pickaxe, so you can actually mine ore, and the next one I have no idea, so I can tell you about that.
It looks cool. I just don't know what about it makes it like top Steam seller.
It
looks cool. Don't get me wrong. It looks like a fun survival game, but I mean, it's crazy the amount of units it sold.
Yeah, I think first of all, it has a bit of a following. I think it was like in development for a long time, but the important part is it came to a time where I guess just at the moment there isn't a good survival game out. Is there like any new ones? Is there anyone?
I think there's always good survival games coming out. There's one in. Yeah, I mean, sure.
I mean, like any new one, and also it has like it's pretty polished for what it is, early access.
It actually looks really cool. This new trailer that I just saw, the previous one that I saw. I mean, the creatures and stuff. It looks kind of cool. Looks kind of cool, actually. I mean,
the podcast is about getting sheep to play games.
I have too many games to play, man. I want to play Subnautica.
Yeah, but dude, I heard there's some French people that would like to play Valheim.
No, I'd want to play it and discover everything for myself. Like play with new players, play with someone. And I'm slow with survival games. I like to just like explore and take in the scenery and atmosphere. So I'd play it on my own or with Simi probably. Man, the worst part is I was about to request a review code for it before it came out. I was like, because the way I only request codes for games that I think look cool, like I would want to play, because what's the point of getting a game that I know I'm gonna dislike and then be like, yeah, it's shit, so yeah, I almost requested it and I was like, it's a survival game, it's fine. And I remember gauging that I was like, not many people want it, so it's also not that big, it might not be worth it, whatever, I'll skip it. And now I'm like, damn dude, I should have covered it before it became big.
Yeah,
I have those bragging rights with Rocket League. I reviewed that game before it came out and before it exploded, and I'm like, dude, I'm an OG fan.
It's pretty good. Too bad you lost the power before this game came out to sense it.
Yes. I can only have one superpower at once, striking.
I see.
No, it actually looks cool. After watching that second trailer with actual monsters and stuff, it looks fun. And
Yeah.
I really dig the graphics. Yeah, I'll definitely try at some point. It does look cool. Thank you. You sold me.
Yeah, good. Right. You guys just play it. Play it with friends. Play it with strangers. I don't play it with strangers. So games like best played with friends. If you don't have friends, get some friends and then play it. Or join the Wooden-Sheep Discord and then pester him about playing it.
Nice striking. Nice plug, dude. How can they get to the Wooden-Sheep Discord? Oh, link in the description.
There is no link in the description at the moment.
Not right now, but later, or
I
any
see.
other. Just check any other video. Watch the outro, man.
Yeah.
So another cool game that came out. No one. I feel like it didn't. No, okay, no, it did well. Ghostrunner. None of my friends played it.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I played it. I loved it. I beat it in one day. It was very short. I played it again and got all the achievements. Still very short. That's the only problem with the game. It ends and you just want more, but I guess that's a sign of a good game. So just think Mirror's Edge, but you actually kill people. You die in one hit, everyone else dies in one hit. It's basically Overwatch. It's Overwatch Genji story mode. You can deflect shots and stuff. It is such a cool, fast-paced game. The way it works is like it's a big story mode, open world. Not open world, sorry. Like it's linear. Like you go through a big map, a big level. But every room is the checkpoint. So it's like, okay, you have this set up. You see all these 10 enemies, kill them without dying. You kill them, you save. Otherwise, if you get hit once, you have to redo the room. So there's a lot of trial and error. Kind of think of Hotline Miami. It's kind of, go in, try again. Okay, I killed everyone, great. But there's a lot of moves at your disposal. You can deflect, you can throw stuff. You've got a little bit of customizability in like your cooldowns and like modifications to your powers when it comes to you find these collectibles, and as you progress through the game you upgrade, but you have to like manage what you want upgraded. You can't have everything at once. You kind of have to juggle with things. But there's really good enemy variety. It kind of spices things up. Nothing is overused. It's such a cool game, and the music is awesome. Aesthetic is beautiful. I really loved it. It's a really, really good game. I just wish it was longer.
Yeah, and I wish it was on sale so I would pick it up.
Yeah, it's a really good game, man. I really liked it a lot. So yeah, Ghostrunner. That is that video game.
Yeah, it is a video game.
It is a video game. I mean, there's loads of stuff I played. I don't want to talk about all of it. I played My Friend Pedro. That's kind of older news now. Awesome game, similar vibes.
Oh, I do have one game I must mention, so Guff
Yeah.
is happy. Shout out to Guff. Dyson Sphere Program.
Shout out to Guff, dude. Dyson Sphere Program. I've seen you and him play it a bit, yeah.
Oh, basically, it is very much a factorial, like still in early access at the moment, where the whole point is what you're trying to do is get a Dyson Sphere going, which is basically harness the sun's energy, to have like almost unlimited energy to do stuff with. The important part is you can set up stuff on your planet, but you don't always have all the resources, for instance, you need on a planet. And then the part is that you can start going on other planets. And when that isn't enough, maybe you need to go to a different star that has different planets. So you start going into different solar systems. And it all starts getting really insanely out of hand, where it basically starts with you just on a small plane going, oh, I guess I could raise a conveyor belt over here. To, all right, I guess I can make another interstellar travel station here. Maybe I can connect those two star systems, and I can get some silicon from that ice planet.
So you just destroy the whole universe.
Definitely.
For yourself game.
Well, yeah, actually for the gain of humanity.
Sorry. Yeah.
I
mean, it seems interesting. It looks a bit janky.
Well, I can say it's sadly only single player. I don't know if they intend to have multiplayer in it, but it has a very, very nice progression, and it feels already complete, which is a lot
cool.
to say for an early access.
Looks cool.
Hmm.
Yeah. Thank you, Striking.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll give it a go one day.
Also, one segue, since I mentioned shout out to Guff, he should watch a certain unboxing videos of his.
No, you're promoting the wrong video.
I mean, yours is, I only
You gotta watch them in order. You gotta watch them in order. Watch my. I put up a video called 1000 loot box opening in Overwatch.
Part 1.
I think I put a question mark in there somewhere. Watch that and then go to the comments and watch Guffs. Okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Even if you're not an Overwatch fan or a loot box fan, which I find hard to believe, then check out the video.
Sheep fan.
Yeah. So we talked about that. We talked about again. I played Carrion, really good game. Not gonna go into it, but really good Metroidvania about murdering everyone. Like really good game. Baba Is You, very good game. I played that, but again, don't want to talk about that too much because that's pretty popular anyway.
Great game. And Hollow Knight 2 is coming out soon.
What's coming out?
Hollow Knight 2 Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Yeah, I still haven't played the first one. It looks right up my alley.
Yeah, but you're not playing it.
I gotta get it first, man. There's so much other stuff, dude. There's so much other stuff. Okay, whatever. Who cares? I played Halo 3. Nobody cares. I played. This game is a game that not many people know about. I think Drake Hollow.
There it is.
I know that you played it a little bit, Striking. I don't think you got that far either, or
didn't get too far for now at least.
I mean, I did. Me and Simi 100%ed it. Loved the game. It's a survival light game. I really enjoyed for that. I'm sick of like cutting trees a million times, whatever. I've done it already. But this is a game primarily about defending your base. So every few hours. So basically, you have you come into this fantastical world, and you have these cute drakes. They're called. They kind of give you powers, whatever, and they stay at your home base. You can give them beds and stuff. You need to manage like lightly, just make sure they don't die, which is nice. Have a place for them to sleep, have a place for them to eat, whatever. You go out and explore the islands that surround your base. You get resources, whatever, during the day as much as you can, and then eventually there's gonna be a raid at your base. And you gotta go and protect your structures, your drakes, whatever. And it's kind of a rinse and repeat loop like that. But it's so fun. I mean, first of all, I played co-op with Simi. We got really attached to the drakes. They're so cute. You can age them and like you get attached to them. And all the structures are fun and creative the way they're designed. Like it's all kind of like junk put together. For example, like a television, you can build a television so they're entertained. It's not obviously a real working TV. Instead, it's a hollow TV, and then there's like puppets. And
nice.
From what I remember, the drakes give themselves the puppet show. Like they go and sit in front of the TV, then put their hands up and do puppet show. It's really funny and cute. The only problem is, like the only complaint I have is there's only like 4 enemy types in the whole game, and even the final boss is a recycled. Like it's just one boss enemy type throughout the entire game, including the film. Like... It's kind of lame. Maybe they're gonna change that. It is early access, but even like forgetting that, it's a really cool game. We really enjoyed it. There's some original stuff there. The music is beautiful, and I thought it was a really cool game. Yeah, Drake Hollow. If you are into survival light, you don't spend that much time. Like it manages to make everything a little bit. What's the word I'm looking for? It's like simplifies it and makes it flow nicely. We've got played Man of Medan. Do we talk about that? I mean, people know about it, whatever. It's
who doesn't know about it?
Yeah, but I guess it's fun to say that you and I and 4 other people, we played the 6-player version. It's some people might not know, I guess. Man of Medan is a interactive horror movie. And it follows 6 characters, and we played it with 6 people. You each control one character and make their choices. And I think that's a really original and cool idea that I've never seen before. It's only these devs doing that stuff. Like I know it started with Until Dawn. Really cool. And even better, actually, is the online co-op mode, which I've also never seen before, which means Simi played prior to that playthrough, where you each control one character, and you don't see each other's perspectives. Like you're seeing different stuff. But your choice can alter the other player's path.
Yep.
And that was really cool. I mean, like very early in the game, for example, Simi went scuba diving while I was on the boat, and like some people came to visit our boat with another boat, and she was underwater, and she's like, what the hell's going on up there, you know? But we stayed silent. We didn't talk to each other the whole time. And there's a lot of surprises, and like you like affect each other. It's really, really cool. And I'm looking forward to playing the next game, which is I think called Little Hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. Really, really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to playing it. Did you enjoy our playthrough, Striking? You played as the nerd.
Yes, but what was my character? No.
Kind of fitting if you ask me.
But no, it's it was pretty okay. It was kind of nice how I don't really want to spoil it, but I did enjoy the part my character was playing.
Yeah. No, you played him well, dude. You played him well.
It'd be how it be.
That is how it be, man. Just setting up. There you go. That's pretty good. All right. Maybe we could. Just trying to find a good background.
Background. Ah.
This'll do. Okay. All right. What else we got, Striking? I'm just gonna try blaze through these.
All right. Well, I guess I'll mention something quickly.
Yeah, go ahead.
The game I'm playing, which is Going Under. It's a roguelike, basically where you are an unpaid intern in a startup company, and you need to fight the remnants of failed startup companies. It's a very satirical game with humor in it, and the nice premise of it is basically that you have to find all the weapons that you use in the dungeon, and they break after a certain amount of uses. So you constantly have to like switch up the weapon, find new stuff.
That looks awesome. Why haven't you told me about this? I love the art style, and I love what you just described, that you have to switch weapons. That's something I think more games need to do.
Well, now you know.
Thank you. Looks really cool.
Yeah. One thing, for instance, which I find humorous is the second dungeon is basically about bitcoins, but basically everyone's undead in it, so it's undead Bitcoin miners with actual mining gear. And the shop owner in it is like you get bitcoins for killing enemies, and you can sell them in the store. But there's also a second half of the store where he just puts on a disguise and tells you that bitcoin's going down the drain, and tells you to sell it for real money, and then offers you real items for real money.
Nice.
Which is really humorous to me.
Yeah, that looks really fun.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm gonna add that to my wish list. Looks cool. All right, good. Striking. Well done. I played Untitled Goose Game co-op with Simi.
Dude.
That was so much fun. Man, that's such a cool game. Like, there's a lot of clever stuff that the game does with its puzzles. It's definitely is a lot easier in co-op. I think it's actually probably better in co-op because it's a lot about like, okay, you distract him, pull his shoelace, and then I'll go grab the thing, you know? I think that, yeah, I mean, whatever. I think it was very cool. I love the little music elements, the way they come in, like when at the right time, and it's a funny little story, and it's really cute and really well made game.
I have an issue. I wish there was someone that could tell me about a game which is about a spaceship where the captain is sadly deceased.
You know, Striking, funnily enough, that is on my list. And it's called... You're talking about Halo, right?
Yes, you know.
Right, so Halo Combat Evolved. Brand new game, just came out. Alright, yeah, we're talking about Captain is Dead. Really, really stylized game. It's based off a board game of the same name. It's all about... Okay, so... I just have to think of what I said in my video. I did do a full preview if you guys want to see live gameplay, like one full playthrough, and I explained it all. But to shorten it, it's a board game kind of game. You got big setup of your ship. It's not randomized or anything like that, but it is a roguelike. Every run is different. You go in, you pick 4 characters. I believe they're going to actually raise that limit at some point as they add more characters. But they all have their own individual skills and stuff that they're good at. Your primary goal is to fix your jump drive or whatever, so you can teleport out of there because aliens are invading your ship. You need to make sure your ship isn't destroyed, like your shields don't go below 0. You need to make sure that there aren't at least 12 aliens on board at once. Those are the fail states. So basically, every turn you play as one character, and they only have a certain move amount. They might. I'm not going to go into super details because there are different skill types that can be managed within your inventory. Some of them are consumable, some of them aren't. But either way, different people specialize in different module types. Like, oh, let me fix the external scanner so I can see what the aliens will do next turn. Or let me fix the teleporter so that we can actually move around without consuming all of my movement points. Or I need to go and heal in the medical bay before I can do anything else. Stuff like that. It's a really fun game. It's incredibly hard, but there's tons of difficulty levels to customize from. I'm just kind of too stubborn, and I try play it on normal because I should be able to beat it on normal, but I can't. I didn't play it that. I played like probably 10 runs or something. It is really cool. I like it a lot. Hyper stylized. I like the music. Yeah, it's good. It's fun.
Guitar Hero 3 from Revnissen in the chat.
Dude, you played Guitar Hero 3? Guitar Hero 3 was my first one, actually. I got a PS2 guitar. Dude, I could only play on medium, but now, give me a guitar. So I can have you played Guitar Hero? Nah, you're a PC gamer. You don't play Guitar Hero. You're playing Friday Night Funkin' and all that.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
Dude, Guitar Hero needs a resurgence. Put them on Steam, remaster them. Oh, you got your carnival thing again. Striking, always the classic clown. But yeah, Guitar Hero, I mean, I loved. From the third one, I think third one was my first, and I played Warriors of Rock, World Tour. I actually have a PC adapter, so I still have my old Xbox instruments, but I don't think they're making them anymore, so if these die, I'm screwed. But yeah, Guitar Hero is fun. Just grab some friends, played with the drums, someone's singing, and then they're too shy, and then they ask someone else to sing, and that's the usual spiel. Alright, so other than Captain is Dead, let's see, we're gonna rip through these, because again, I don't want to spend too much time on them. I played Amnesia Rebirth, the final true sequel to Amnesia, Dark Descent. Machine for Pigs was kind of a spin-off by other devs. Rebirth, I mean, again, I'm not gonna go into this, it's kind of old news, but I did really enjoy the game. I thought it did some really interesting stuff for a horror game that I don't want to spoil. If you like heavily story-based horror games, I highly recommend it. But I do also say you should play the first one because it does call back a decent amount. Not necessarily, it's not necessary to play the first one, but yeah. Second one is definitely more story-heavy than horror-heavy. I didn't find it as scary, but there are definitely some moments that made me poop my pants. But yeah, that's all I'll say on that. Hardspace Shipbreaker, I'll just run through that again real quick. A really interesting game about decommissioned ships that you have to break down. Let me show a little bit of gameplay of this one. Let's see. Did it
accumulating a bunch of debt.
Yeah. Did you play Hardspace?
Oh yeah.
You did, right? Here you go.
Yeah.
We got some footage. Yeah. It's all about you start off, you're like $1 million in debt, and you basically have to work for free every single day. But I really loved it. It's the game just sets you up to just fail in so many ways. Like, you've got to make sure you shut off the nitro fuel pumps before you cut them, because otherwise you'll explode. But for the most part, it's quite a chill game, actually. You've got your smelter where you throw in like scrap metal, and then you've got a place where you throw in scavenged furniture, like actually reusable things to put in your next ships. A lot of fun, really, really chill game. When I played it, it is still in early access, I think. Yeah, when I played it, it didn't have that much ship variety. I played it for like, I don't know, 20 hours or something, and I had only done like 4 or 5 ship types. There weren't many. I think I see already that they've added a few more, actually. And a few more gadgets which didn't exist. That's quite interesting. So it seems they are adding stuff already, which is really cool. But yeah, I mean, if you want a chill, very chill game about just kind of solo cutting stuff up, then I recommend it. I really liked it a lot.
That reminds me, one game that I feel like I should also talk about, which is also kind of still in early access and space related, would be Breathedge.
Yeah, that just came out, right? To 1.0.
Did it just came out?
It just, yeah.
Oh yeah, it did. Nice.
They just emailed me about it like yesterday, I think. Wait, why can't I? Breathedge? Probably Breathedge, right?
Breathedge, yes.
Here. So yeah, tell me. Have you played it? Do you know much about it?
Yes, the basic I don't know if it changes at some point, but in the first chapter, it's basically the whole ship you're in got exploded, and you kind of want to get to a place where you can drive off because you can't trust the help is coming. There's I think a 500 years wait time at the moment. There's also constantly like a Russian hot girlfriend in your area that wants to tell you to kill yourself. It's
Excuse
very
me.
depressing. Yeah, like, hey, I am very scared. You should not go to oxygen. If you take off helmet, I will be with you soon, and then we will be happy.
Okay, I can tell that the game has a sense of humor because I think
Yeah.
I did just see someone put a thruster in their ass. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
there they go.
The best way, for instance, the way you unlock boosters is by eating a bad burrito. So you start having farts, and then you channel those
So it's
farts into
Postal in space.
kind of.
Basically.
I
I'm
mean,
joking. Just there's a lot of ass stuff. I saw that there was a chicken with ass-related things, which Postal has done, but with a different feline animal. So it's not a survival game because it kind of looked like a survival when I first saw it.
It's a kind of a survival game because you constantly have to you have like food and water you can
Okay,
drink.
you do
You
have
need
to
to
do.
have,
Okay.
and you craft stuff.
Hmm.
The important part is you constantly try to get further forward until you reach like basically the end of the chapter and go into the next chapter.
Okay.
It's a very interesting game and it has humor, but also it has a really cool atmosphere in space and has a nice soundtrack while in space when nothing's happening. Just
Looks
very
interesting.
somber. Yeah.
It kind of, I mean, it's stupid, but it kind of reminds me of Prey. But that's it's just space. I guess. I don't know.
I kind of get what you mean. First person space.
First person wrecked ship space, whatever. Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's see. We're getting to the end of my list here. I kind of want to briefly talk about Star Renegades. Did we talk about this?
I've never heard of that.
Okay, I did a video on it that you should check out. It's a very good 3-minute review. I worked hard on it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So
you mentioned
yeah,
that before.
it's beautiful visually, as you can tell. I mean, it's pixel art, but there's parallax. There's a lot of depth and multiple layers in the art. There's lighting on the 3D models of sprites. It looks really gorgeous, and it actually plays a little bit with the nemesis system that you see in games like Shadow of Mordor. So like, there are bosses with a bit of personality that upgrade and they get promoted and shift around and stuff. Anyway, so the gameplay, how do I describe it? It's quite unique. So it's turn-based. You can choose your moves. They consume different amounts of things, whatever. But there's also a very big emphasis on the timeline. So there's a timeline at the top of your screen, and a lot of moves will play around with that, so you can actually push enemies further down the timeline. This is a story trailer. Let's go back to gameplay. So like, for example, if an enemy is attacking after you, you can use a move that will push them to the end of the timeline, or maybe even skip their turn entirely. Sometimes you even do critical damage if you hit them beforehand. So you can try to, with your first character, push down the enemy down the timeline even further, so that your second character can also crit hit them. But it also like limits you on how much you can push people. There's stuns, there's shields, there's armor. There's a lot of stuff to think about, and I thought it was a really fun game. Yeah, it's cool. It's a really fun little turn-based fighty video game. That's how I can describe it best. I really liked it a lot. I think you'd like it, Striking. Maybe.
Probably.
I don't want to assume. I mean, I'm just assuming, but I don't want to assume. I have a game here written down that I don't even remember. What is this? Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot about this. I feel like you'd like this. It's a free game that took me maybe 10 minutes to beat.
Oh.
Yeah. See, I knew that'd pique your interest. It's called Perfect Vermin.
That's what a name.
Yeah. It's very cryptic. I won't go into what it's about.
Oh yeah, I know that game.
So you go in, you sledgehammer things, and it's basically prop hunt. You're trying to find the player, the character. So you can see here the fridge bled to death because you found the right fridge. It's unsettling and weird, and that's all really I want to say about it. It's just 10 minutes of gameplay. It's free. It tells an interesting
depressing story.
And depressing story. Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. I love games like this that kind of look deceiving on the outside, and then they're like spooky or whatever.
Yeah, definitely recommend. I can recommend it as well.
Yeah. We've got Overcooked 2, but do I even need to, I mean, I'm not gonna talk. Me and Simi played Overcooked 2 like 7 months ago. Okay, it's a good game. I played Sonic Lost World as well. What are you gonna say about it? It's Sonic, dude. Actually, it's not Sonic. It's like the one game that's not very Sonic-y. I think I just wanted to say that has some of the funniest dialogue in a Sonic game. Like, the cutscenes are really good. You can just watch them all on YouTube. Yeah, that was actually a fun game, but not the best. Okay, speaking of Sonic games, though, probably the best Sonic game, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
Excuse me?
It's a really old Sega Genesis game, and me and Simi had a period of time where we played this every day. It's also a match game. It's like Puyo Puyo, I believe. There's actually no gameplay footage here. It's just screenshots. Dude,
what the fuck am I looking at?
Me and Simi played it. I mean, it's just Tetris / Puyo Puyo or whatever. But we played against each other, and yeah, when you make matches, it sends it to the other person, and it's just a battle of wits and reflexes.
Why does he look so mad?
Who?
So just looking at the picture. Hold on, I'm putting it there. Look at how mad he looks.
Oh, that's Dr. Robotnik, dude. That's the final boss. Spoiler. Let me. There he is.
He's just so angry that you managed to get some symbols together.
Dude, can you believe Dr. Robotnik has a Mean Bean Machine and that's a video game? It's actually a really good game, and the best part is the soundtrack. Oh my god, dude. It kicks ass. It kicks ass. It hypes you up. You're ready to destroy your opponents. And the single player is very hard.
Crazy.
Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Shout out to Sega. They need it. I'm just trying to help them out. It's a good game.
Help a bro
out. Finally, okay, we'll leave that one for last. I played What the Golf.
Yes.
You seen this one?
You told about it.
It's a golf game about hitting everything but a golf ball. I thought the game does a really good job at surprising you every single level, pretty much. There are chapters with certain themes, but stuff gets so crazy. I mean, you can see here it's a first-person shooter. Sometimes you're golfing a house. Sometimes you're a super hot one. I don't think I ever did that one. That looks funny. It's golf but crazy. If you want to laugh, I recommend it. It's funny. Nothing really much more to say other than that. I did play. Okay, this one's obscure. Actually, no. We'll leave this. This one's last. This one's last.
Alright, I see.
I played.
Go on.
No, yeah. What's up? Tell me.
I have a recommendation as well, which is called Dysmantle with a Y in the instead of an I.
Dysmantle.
It's one of those. Yeah, it is a bit, the classic apocalyptic game, but what I really like about it is the fact that you basically can destroy literally everything almost, and get resources that you then use to upgrade a bunch of different gear. It feels like almost a like Metroidvania is not the right word, but like it has a constant progression feel. You craft stuff and get new resources.
I like the visual aspect. Like, there's something kind of satisfying when they were wailing at the zombies and at the shrubbery and stuff. I mean, seems kind of interesting for some reason. I'm not sure why.
No, it also tickled my fancy, and I enjoyed it quite a lot. It's just very satisfying to destroy literally everything and then craft and upgrade a little bit.
Alright. Striking with another suggestion, dude.
Yeah, I got those.
Let's see what we got in the chat. What's going on?
Tombi 2
Dude,
Revenge
Tombi 2 is awesome. Does Dysmantle have co-op? Guff is asking. It doesn't. It seems just single player, my dude.
What the fuck? It's called Tomba 2 Evil Swine Return.
Tomba is the American release. Tombi 2 is where it's at. That's what I played. I will let's play that one day. That, dude. Oh, I mean, aside from the classic games done quick cringe clip, that was a really cool game that kind of like frightened me in a way. Everything frightened me as a kid. We've got, let's see, Sonic Ball. You guys played? Have you played Sonic Ball? I played that for like 10 minutes and got bored.
Classic.
All right. So let's see. Okay. I just wanted to say the FIFA 2020 cover sucks my ass.
Also, just quickly, Dysmantle does not have co-op. I don't know if it's planned, but at the moment it does not have it.
Yeah, we already said that. You're obviously not listening, and I retract my statement about you being the best assistant. Okay?
Hey, he asked that in the top chat.
Yeah, and I answered it. What are you not even listening, dude?
Not to you.
Look, this is me. I'm pissed now.
I'm looking at Reminiscent.
Look at the FIFA 21 cover. It's so bad. It looks like just a collage someone did in primary school.
I know, I need to see this.
Oh, here. Yeah, you can do FIFA 21 cover. He's screaming, dude. He's like, why couldn't you just make me... I'm just... enlarge him. It looks like he died as well, poor guy. I don't know, it's horrible. Yeah. It's horrible. Yeah, I just wanted to say that. The FIFA cover sucks.
Is this what happens when you stub your toe?
Yeah. Yep. Okay, and quickly, I wanted to say that what's the full name? They just revealed it again. Well, no, they revealed the release date. Bridge of Spirits. I don't know if you've seen this. It looks totally like my kind of game. They showed a trailer of it at the PlayStation State of Play.
I think I know which one you're talking about. They also showed another interesting game there, but go on with that one first.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of looks like a classic character story with interesting visuals. It looks a bit like Beyond Good and Evil, the gameplay. Looks awesome, but I mean, we'll talk about that more. It is coming to PC as well on Steam, so I'm excited. It looks really, I mean, it looks like my kind of thing.
Looks very cool.
Yeah.
Another game, by the way, from the PlayStation event is Returnal, which is basically...
Wait, what? Returnal?
Returnal. Return and then AL, like Al Yankovic.
Returnal. Huh? I didn't see this. Oh, no,
Yeah.
they showed this last State of Play as well, right? Or at E3 or something.
Maybe. I just know you showed this one. Which basic idea is, I think it's a... Well, it seems to be a AAA roguelike shooter.
Yeah, I remember the initial story trailer made it look so cinematic, and then you see like this fast-paced arcadey gameplay, which really surprised me.
Yeah, it has very arcade gameplay, and apparently every time you die, it's different. Like a roguelike, you get upgrades during a run that are different. It seems like, and also the movement and such reminds me a lot of Control. Another great game which you should play. And
I really want to play that, and it's actually in next...
on Steam.
Yeah, actually, it had really good sales. I might pick it up, but I want to play Quantum Break first.
They're different games entirely, kind of.
Are they? Aren't they related at all?
No, there's like, I mean, they're made by the same developers. That's about it.
Okay, that's fine. I guess I'll see. Time will tell. Whatever. I mean, yeah, whatever. I'll play it. Don't tell me what to play, Striking.
What?
Okay. I'll play what I want.
Why don't you play what Guff wants? I don't understand that.
What does Guff want me to play?
Yeah, what does Rifnison actually? That's the more important one now.
Let's see.
Dude, he wants card.
Well, Guff swore a lot, so the message was held for review. I'll approve that. Guff, watch your potty mouth though, please, in the chat. Alright. And I think only one more game to talk about. Probably the most important thing we're going to talk about today, unless this is the finale. So is there anything you want to talk about beforehand?
I think I got most of the games out of the system for now, and I guess we can leave stuff for the next time. So I think now is the great time to show your secret project.
Alright, man. Are you ready?
Hit me.
Send it to you in Discord. Just prepare yourselves. A game I played a while ago. Probably harder than Dark Souls, so if you are looking for difficulty, this is the game for you. Of course, we're talking about Bang Bang. I ruined the reveal. I had it on screen the whole time. Damn. Bang Bang, totally accurate redneck simulator. I mean, dude, it doesn't really get any better than this. I mean, you're drunk. You're lying down, you shoot stuff. There's a fly that calls you a dead son bitch when you kill yourself because your bullets ricochet off the walls. It's incredibly broken. The puzzles are designed terribly sometimes. You just gotta stay there for... I mean, there was a point in time where we were all just in a call playing it for like an
Yeah.
hour, just like watching the other person struggle. But actually, it is really fun, and it is interestingly done. Although it's janky as fuck, it is actually really fun. I just wanted to showcase that because that's definitely super obscure, and I played it for I bought it for 80 cents, so I mean you can't go wrong, dude. Oh, and also you poop a lot when you barely miss yourself. Oh, the camera just zoomed into that. I mean, that timing.
Fourth rule.
There you have it. That's Bang Bang, totally accurate redneck simulator. Striking, thank you so much for joining me today. You know this is
been a great
unpaid,
time.
right? You know this is unpaid.
What the fuck? Where are my keys?
Your keys?
Yeah. I thought you were going to give me 5 game keys that I could then barter away on other
Oh.
sites.
Yeah, I can give you a key for let's see. Let me go to your wish list. Now you know what? I know that Bang Bang is already on the top of your wish list.
I mean, obviously, who doesn't like that game?
Alright, thank you for watching, everybody. We will see you next time. But first, I have to leave you with something magnificent.
Let me give you a final word as well before
Yes,
you do
please,
that.
Striking, please.
Which is, if you play Overwatch, be nice when you're in lower ranks. People that are in gold are sometimes French and they need every support they can get.
Does that come from personal experience, or you think French people struggle in Overwatch more?
Maybe. Who knows? I guess we'll find out.
We've
Maybe
got-
the next episode of the podcast.
Yeah. We'll see you in about. Should we double it? 16 months. We'll see you in 16 months, everybody. Thank you for watching, and I'll just leave you with the duck. I think that's the only way to go. So goodbye. Thank you, and goodbye.